Welcome back, and many thanks for staying with us on the number one breakfast show right here on NTV Uganda. You've made us what we are, and I couldn't be any more prouder that you wake up every morning to watch Morning at NTV. My name is Romeo Busik. Of course, I'm getting into another conversation on understanding of the online payment infrastructure. Flutterwave is a payments technology company that helps businesses all over the world expand their operations in Africa and other emerging markets through a platform that enables cross-border transactions. Guess what? The company is currently on an expansion drive after raising over $170 million. 170 million US dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us about this and more, I'm now joined by Neil Sims Sango. He is the country manager for Flutterwave. A very good morning, sir.
Morning, Romeo.
Let me in on Flutterwave.
Yeah.
It's a new idea in my ears, in my eyes. When I was reading the literature, it was so great.
Yeah.
So if I want to pay Jumia and so forth, I just have to use Flutterwave.
Yeah. So basically,
Explain to us how it works.
yeah. So like you said, I'm Neil.
Yes.
And I lead the office here.
Indeed.
What we do today is it's online payments.
All right.
Payments have not been online traditionally, right? So it's been physical cash at location. But with the way the world is changing, what we're seeing now is more people are on their devices, are at home, and with the pandemic, it even became accelerated. So what we do basically is we enable, our merchants, businesses across the world to collect payments. And how we do that is we build technologies today that integrate all the available payment methods. So be it your mobile money, MTN, Airtel, Visa, MasterCard, M-Pesa into one platform. And so as a business, you can just put your items online and have that payment option. Someone can pay you today via the payment that they're familiar with paying.
So I buy some shirts, caps, plates, whatever, online using Jumia.
Right.
So the only way I could pay, it's you, Flutterwave, who gives me the options, either MasterCard or M-Pesa or mobile money in Uganda.
Right.
Okay,
right.
that's how it works.
That's how it works.
So we have startups that are watching, business people that are watching, and they want to know what it means to be valued at $1 million. My brother Neil Simpson.
So this recent raise of 170 million made us a unicorn. And a unicorn in startups
More
means...
than a unicorn.
Yeah, we're valued at $1 billion.
Yes.
$1 billion.
Yes.
And so, for us to do this, I think we're one of the fastest, if not the fastest company in Africa to be doing that in a period of 4
I
years.
was playing safe when I saw $170 million.
Yeah.
So I said you being valued at $1 million, but it's being valued at $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Neil Simsango, share with the startups that are watching.
Yeah, so I think the thing that we wanted to show everyone is that it's possible, and as we go out there, as we innovate, as we break barriers, it's just to encourage an African, startup founder, an African business that no matter, where you come from, like they told us.
What effect does this have on your business? I mean, $1 billion projection.
Yeah.
What effect does it have on your business?
I mean, for us, it's continuing to do what we're doing from the beginning.
Right.
It's going now to even more countries. Today, we're in over 30 countries across Africa.
30 countries.
Yeah. Today, we've enabled, multiple businesses today which are going to die, even in the lockdown, scale to sail across the world. And so for us, it's being able to do it faster, being able to do it more intentionally. And, that backing shows that we're onto something.
And what kind of opportunities does this whole projection create?
Yeah, so of course, employment, right?
Yes,
so because now we
indeed.
can afford to take on some more people.
And the confidence.
And the confidence,
in the
definitely.
market,
So people trust us. So the money business is a trust business. But the more you are backed by a financial institution, the more people are trusting your platform.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And so what we want to do now is to see how can we scale even faster. How can we hire more people? How can we train more people? And how can we be that company that really brings the change that Africans have been wanting and waiting for.
Of course, we are talking about repurposing. We are talking about university students repurposing their career goals to the new normal. Is e-commerce ultimately the new normal?
For me, and I said this about 3 years ago, and I was on a similar show.
Yeah.
When I think of a Ugandan opening a business that's going to make $1 million.
2 years ago, you were here?
Yes.
And you are not being valued at $1 billion?
No. When I think of a Ugandan entrepreneur, or any business today, making $1 million, it can't be selling through a physical shop.
I hear you.
Today, we have to sell beyond the 20 million people who have the purchasing power in Uganda. And so the only way, one of the major ways we're going to do that, be it agriculture, be it e-commerce, is we're going to go online. And as we sell online, we can access other markets.
So e-commerce at this moment means you're targeting a consumer or a customer who wouldn't have been able to leave their home to go to the street to this particular shop that they love to shop at.
Right.
Now you're targeting them at their own basement.
Right. And with Flutterwave, it's both in and out of Uganda. today we have a merchant today, a lady who had a small shop selling crafts, who in the lockdown, at the verge of closing her business, encountered us and began selling in Lagos, Nigeria. Now Lagos has over 50 million potential buyers. And so for us, something like this, which will change your life forever, is why we're in business.
So meaning, if Romeo is in Uganda here, I could order for something in the United States and pay for it instantaneously.
Using
and they just
mobile
have
money.
to deliver.
Using mobile money. And
Neil Simsango, he is the country manager of Flutterwave. They recently partnered with PayPal.
Yes.
What does this whole partnership mean with PayPal, and what opportunities does it bring about to our people in Uganda?
Right. So first, if you've been doing business here, you know that it's been impossible to sell to other markets, you know, especially the US and the UK.
Yeah.
Now, what's happening today with our partnership with PayPal is PayPal has over 350 million customers.
I hear you.
Users. And so all those become your potential customers as a business.
Wow.
And so, you know, these are the things that, again, the fundraising and the potential that we are bringing to a continent have opened us for, you know. And so this is a big opportunity for Ugandan sellers, and again, sellers across all the markets where we operate.
All right. How does this whole platform online work? Because there are so many Bafere.
Yes.
Fraudsters out there, Neil Simsango. So
Yeah.
how are you as Flutterwave protecting your consumers?
Correct. I mean, and this is the thing which, again, thinking of coming to Africa, why
Yes.
many companies never came here is because of that fear.
Yes.
But us being Africans realize that we have to be the ones to build a platform that works for Africans. And so,
Build the change you want to see.
yes, and so many things we've done, but one of the key things we've done is we have a payment protection program. So today, if you buy on any website of our merchant and you pay through Flutterwave, you reserve the right to, if you don't get the item delivered or the service delivered, you ask for your money back, and we guarantee that we will pay it back to you if you don't get the service.
Wow.
Yes.
I get my money back if I don't get
If you don't get the good you're
merchandise.
buying or the service you're buying, we pay you back within 24 hours.
So that deals with the whole issue of fraudsters being in the game, the middlemen and so forth.
Definitely, because the fraudster is there to take away, right? And so if we're giving you your money back, there is no one who can come to use a platform to defraud
I
someone.
see. So how do they work?
Yeah,
The
so
online platform. How does one join? Like I was reading somewhere on your website and you were saying I do not need a website or integration.
right.
How does it work?
Right. Yeah, you've done your research.
Go ahead.
And so basically what we do is we know that also many Africans don't have, you know, websites.
Indeed.
And so what we do is we've pre-built systems, websites, we've pre-built payment links. And so all you have to do is, if, as an individual selling, all you bring is your national ID. And once you have your national ID, you can sign up and begin selling in minutes using our payment links.
Would also like to know, someone who is into startups watching at home, how these online payments help a business grow on a larger scale.
Right.
How does that happen?
I mean, I think for me, just being also a business owner who's now at Flutterwave, it's the potential that it brings. Once you go online, it's just the possibilities are endless, like we like to say. You know, we simplify payments to create endless
Yes,
possibilities.
yes.
To think that today, as a person who has been thinking about Uganda only with your shop, can begin to sell to the US, to the UK, to Lagos, to Nairobi, to China. This is something that was not able to be done, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And I think for me, you become a potentially world merchant instead of a Ugandan merchant.
So you're not just trading with the people in Chikubo, Chisenyi, you're targeting people in India, Japan,
Yes.
North Korea,
Yes.
the US.
That
That is
and they're
amazing.
paying you in Chinese yen, and you're getting your money on your mobile money phone.
In the spirit of Pan-Africanism, Ubuntu, this is a great initiative, Mr. Neil Simsango.
so much.
So, but would like to know, the infrastructure in Africa is very sketchy. I'm talking about the internet infrastructure.
Right.
You go to rural areas and there's no connectivity, almost 0%.
Right.
It's not make-believe.
Right.
If you really go out there, people are not having smartphones, especially in the rural areas.
Right.
So given the poor internet infrastructure within Africa, is it enabling or actually hindering online payments or activities?
Good question. What's interesting to know is that Africa is the continent where mobile payments are the most used.
Indeed.
So today, Africa is leading in that space. So if you go to Harvard, go to MIT, they are case studying mobile money.
Indeed.
Which means that that's a big opportunity for us. And what that means is that we're also able to jump alongside those providers, right? So Flutterwave, for example, we don't compete with mobile money.
Indeed.
We make it available. And so, I think we have a good chance in Africa to be the pioneers of these kind of technologies. One, because, of the problems, Jack Ma once told us that, when there are no problems, there's no opportunity. And so for me, I believe that the issues we're seeing today, we've made a lot of movement, a lot of progress, but there's so much opportunity because of the unbanked in Africa, the lack of connectivity, and we're using USSD a lot, which is not available in the US, for example. And so there is both a problem and an opportunity, and for us to choose to look at the opportunity side.
There are opportunities, but let's focus on Uganda that is grappling with a partial internet blackout. You do know that this is happening. You cannot access social media unless you're having some kind of a virtual private network that I shouldn't out on this air because someone can get arrested.
Right.
But then the infrastructure in Africa, especially in Uganda here, we have a partial internet blackout.
Yeah.
You cannot access these social media platforms without VPN. So have you found any challenges in that regard, accessing these customers that would have potentially been available on social media?
Definitely. I mean, definitely. And I think we're among the guys who are knocking on the doors, right? And educating the powers that be, right? Because I believe that if not for e-commerce, actually, if not for online payments, we would still be in the total blackout, but as we continue to push the doors and educate and make them see,
remove OTT.
Yeah, exactly, right. Beyond just the other benefits that they may be pushing, but what exactly is in it for us to win? And I think the more we are able to to educate, because this, like you said, online payments is not a thing that everyone's an expert at. As we educate more the government, the decision makers, the stakeholders, I think things like this will begin to see progress in that area as well.
Do you, in the near future, especially here in Uganda, plan to embark on maybe a sensitization drive, especially in the rural areas where people might have a different perception towards online activity or payments that is associated with fraudsters, Obafere?
Definitely.
Are you all embarking on that mindset change assessment drive?
Yes, and that's where the 170 million comes in.
Indeed.
Right? I mean, it gives us a chance to do fast things. So today we're partnering, we're going to be in a drive now where we're partnering with partner banks, where we're going out to train, even just businesses on the opportunities that are there, but also going out to the potential.
People who are already in the trade.
Yes,
all right.
But even those who are not, who don't even know, that they have an opportunity here.
Online, yes.
Online, yeah. So, want to go out in the villages, want to go out in the schools, want to go out to even the young people, because today we've seen even innovators as young as 5, 6, 7.
Indeed.
How do we begin to teach them and train them how to use these things?
Because most of our business people are in the informal sector, even veered too far to the rural areas, even here in Chisenyi.
Exactly.
Many of them are uneducated or have some kind of partial education and are not technologically savvy with the internet, hence not being able to get online to actually do business with people who are beyond their reach,
yes,
like in Ghana.
Yes,
but then you are here. Talk to the business startups that are watching. Talk to the business person in Chisenyi. How best can they switch the whole fate and make money and become e-commerce giants?
Right.
Nilsim Sango.
Yeah,
That's your
so
camera.
I mean, I think what I can say is, there's platforms today available. One of them is Flutterwave. I think the leader right now. Our technology is really simple. You don't need to go to school. Anyone can understand this technology, 5 minutes and you're plugged in. We will continue to train. One thing we're doing, especially this month, watch out for it, all women-led businesses, right? We're running a campaign, Choose to Challenge, because we realize that women, they're marginalized in raising capital.
I love this.
And so, we're doing a grant where we're giving, 10 businesses led by women, $2,500 each.
Call me when this is happening.
This is happening right now.
I need my cameras to be there.
It's happening right now, and so I'll call you when we're giving out the money.
Yes.
But I think, you just go to our website, flutterwave.com, and sign up, and these are the things that we're going to begin doing across this market, because such things bring the attention of the people. And once people come to you, you can then begin to educate and give them the value that is associated with it.
But do you believe we've done little to engage women or young girls in these technological advancements?
Yes, we have. Yes,
Go
we
ahead.
have. Yes, we have. And, even going to school personally in my class, there were very few women at computer science.
Yes.
But I
It
think
was usually the boys.
Usually the boys. But I think, as
Who'll be there playing Mario on the side? Sango.
Yeah, but I think as we've gone along,
Yes.
there's been more push for the girl child.
Indeed.
And as Flutterwave, we are really big on this. Really, really big. I think today, even in our office in Uganda, we're 80% women.
On the issue of girl child education, you can even come to the People's Parliament and we talk.
For
Mr.
sure.
Nilsim
For
Sango.
sure. This
Many
is
thanks
my
for having
passion.
made the time to speak to Morning at NTV.
Thank you so much.
Very, very inspirational.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
And of course, you who is watching Morning at NTV as usual, the undeterred love and support. Yes, we love that. Keep it coming. More conversations are coming your way shortly after this breather. Don't go anywhere.